First of all, as a science class, this one in particular has a lot of mathematical skills required of you. There are some basic mathematical skills that you just need to have right now as you begin. For example, if I give you any equation that involves 3 or 4 different variables, you should be able to rearrange that equation right now to solve for one of the other unknowns. Another important skill, you should be able to take 2 equations, 2 unknowns, and find the solution. Something else, of course you know about the quadratic equation. You should be able to find the zeros of any quadratic equation right now. You should have that skill already in your background. And another one is being able to do some trigonometry, to take a right triangle with a hypotenuse and an angle and determine the values of the other 2 sides using sines and cosines. Now, these are basic skills that you're going to need with the very first assignment. And these skills are going to be used throughout the whole course, from the beginning to the end. If you don't feel strong in these skills, our first homework assignment is going to take you over the rough spots if you had forgotten some of these things. But if those different traits, if those abilities are not kind of part of your mathematical repertoire right now, you may want to consider perhaps taking this course face-to-face instead of online. There's something else about the mathematics of physics, and I want to share kind of an analogy with you. Suppose you loved volleyball, and you were pretty good at it, and you decided you wanted to join a regular team. Well, let's say you're pretty good at serving, but sometimes it gets over the net, sometimes it doesn't. You just enjoy doing it. Now, if you have a regular coach because you're part of a team and you want to be successful, the coach may tell you, well, no, that's the wrong way to do that. This is the way you're supposed to serve the ball. And you're expected to practice that particular method, that approach, even if you're not used to it. Here's the thing about doing physics word problems. There is a very particular approach, a set of steps that you must use if you want to be successful consistently through all these different units of study. Now, you may be used to solving word problems in mathematics or in the sciences a certain way, and you may think that the answer is the most important thing. In this course, it's not about the numerical answer. It's about how you get there. Now, we're going to be sharing with you those steps, those methods to do physics word problems. And you have to be willing to learn that method, employ that method, and practice it. So that's another aspect of this course that you should be aware of. There's something else about physics. The truth is, a lot of the principles, a lot of the ideas and concepts of physics are counterintuitive. The universe doesn't always work the way that you think that it works. So that's not going to be easy, because physics is not just about the number problems and solving word problems. It's also about understanding the ideas. Both parts are necessary to do well in this course. As they say, this is not just a matter of plug and chug. Find the numbers, put them in for the variables, come up with an answer. There's a lot more to it than that. And as somebody that has taught physics for more than 20 years, and it's been at all levels, calculus-based, physics-based, non-science majors, I can tell you this. It's really important that right now, as you get started, that you're ready to spend 5 out of 7 days a week, a minimum of 1 or 2 hours a day, working just on physics. Now, that could be reading the textbook. It might be working on the homework problems. It could be doing the laboratory activities or responding to the discussion questions. Physics just takes a lot of time to figure it out. Now, the good news is you can succeed. You can get an A for the course or a B or a C if you're willing to put in the time, if you have those skills, if you're ready to get to work. But if you're not exactly sure that you have the time, if you don't feel the math skills aren't all that strong, and if you never had a physics course before at the high school level or the college level, I would strongly encourage you to make sure that you're prepared. Please, if you haven't done it already, check with a physics professor, a physics major, somebody who took the course. If you're ready for this course, we instructors for eCore Physics, we're ready to work with you to make sure that you can succeed. But as you begin, we want to make sure that you know you're prepared. And if you are, let's get started.